What's going on, shipmates? We are back. We are here in Echo. Um, we are here. This is another week, another update or weekly reset video. So there are a few things going on, and we're going to cover those. And that's pretty much it for the video. um, I'll go over some things toward the end, but as far as like squad and everything, I'm not going to be really covering any of that, like my personal progress in the game, but just mainly like what's going on, what's new. As you can see, there's a lot of kind of stuff going on. We'll kind of go over all these things here, and let's get started. So first and foremost, I want to say beginning of the video, there are no new UR units. So I'll show you guys real quick. It's the same three: Suri, Kira. Mel is actually switched out. She is here. It's still the Star Path Dawn, and that's it. No new URs this week, but they're here for 5 more days, and then it'll be reset, and we'll take a look at that. Next, we're going to just hop in straight over here. Shadow Ops is here. It's only here for about another day and a half or so. So by the time this video, or you see it, I'll be posting this tonight, Monday night, and it might be gone. You might have like one day to kind of interact with it, but essentially, you have 3 options here. You pick whichever one you want, confirm, and then I believe a 90 or 100 draws is the guarantee. I'm at 50. It does carry over continuously, so I've been slowly, and hopefully we'll get a chance to maybe hit it this time. Maybe not, because you only get you get these 3, so you only get 3 free ones a day. And then of course, if you want to go get your own, buy some, it's there for your payment. So all right, next we got the sign in. So this is new, right? This just started yesterday. Very good rewards. We got the 10 Nova S Elementiums, which are going to be for this Star Path Dawn, right? And this is a selector for the most part. I mean, you got these 3 here. It doesn't change. Once you get all 3, it's going to be, it kind of stays the same. So this doesn't really, it just stays here. But if you have these 3, or if you're using any of them, this is the chance to get multiples, get dupes, and do the star breakthroughs for them, unlocking more critical and better effects of their skills. So just a little thing there. So other than that, check-ins, you do get 10 Nova medals as well. Selector, so these here, if you don't have any of these just yet, this is a chance to get those. 500 more fight, and a UR, or not, there's not really a UR, but an Oath Reen Selection chest. So it's for the 4 here that you get to pick from. It just gives them a little bit of a buff. It's like 1 or 2% buff on all stats or something like that. So but if you're into that, if you get that, if you use that, or if you're trying to complete that section of the game, this is a chance to knock those out. Now we still have 2 Glory Star progress events going on. They're both here for 5 more days. So you can see here at this one, it's still the 20 S Elementiums, regular summons. And the Archaeology Star is going to be 30 Neolith draws. Which we'll get to that because there are 2 Neolith URs this week. So definitely that's going to play a good part if you're trying to get both. So those are all the little mini events going on. Next, we're just going to jump into, this bottom here. Hidden Currents, like I said, that's pretty much over and done. Arcane Wave is still here. It's here for another week. All 3 chapters of the story are open, so take advantage of that. Get into that, as well as OC. All 3 chapters are open as well, so there's your chance to get that pretty much altogether 3,000 more fight there. So that's a good 210 summon for free, essentially. So definitely get into that and take advantage of that. Now, next you see here, we have these 2 other ones. Phantom Break. So this one's going to be interesting. This is another Witch event, but this time we have a new one. This is Witch Lilith, as you can see her to the left. So what we're going to do is I'm going to break this down real quick on how this event works, because this is the second time we've seen this in the game. They did this the first time when Witch Prinny and Witch Nightingale were first featured. So Obviously, this first part isn't open yet. It will be here soon, probably at the halfway mark. Phantom Store. So this is the store. You get these Phantom points by playing in the, or participating in the other sections of this little event. But okay, so regular stuff here to the right. Oh yeah. And then here to the left, this is where you have the chance of actually getting Witch Lilith. So key, as you can see here, you need 60 pieces, right? 60 pieces or fragments to complete her, summon her, all that good stuff. So for 130 of your Phantom points, you get 1 piece. So right now I can only get 20. So 2,500. We're gonna just guesstimate here, not actual, but 2,500 for 20. You need 3 of those, so about 7,000, 7 to 8,000 Phantom points is what you're gonna need to get to the first one. Now, as you can see here, these other 2 or these other 3 are blocked off, and as you see here, as you spin Phantom points, you unlock these other ones. So you do have the chance. I mean, it's a lot, 31,800 Phantom points to unlock all of this. But essentially, if you unlock all of this, participate, do the max, you can fully start Breakthrough Witch Lilith. Now, keynote, side note, Witch Lilith, Witch Prinny, and Witch Nightingale, they are not, they do get put onto your team, but they're not actual, like, cases in your regular 6-man squad. They are essentially another extension of Elamanos. They have their own section, and I believe 3, maybe 2, I have to double check here, is what you can hold at one time. And then, yeah, so you can switch them out, put stuff like that. You can have up to 2 or 3. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. We'll double check on it here in a little bit. But that's how they work. They're not on your actual 6-man team. They are a side kind of extra buff bonus character on the side, partners, however you want to categorize it. So that's that. That's where she is. That's your chance to get it. Heart's Commission. These are the dailies you can do. You get these dice, right? And then you come back, you go to the labyrinth, and this is where you use the dice. Now, as you do this dice game and you land on these spaces, you get rewards. So you can see here, you can get that. You can get some of that. There's Phantom points right there. On the box, there's even more. Now, if you only do the free ones, you get 3 daily black and white diamond, or not diamond, black and white dice to roll, and you get one of these Phantom dice. Now, the Phantom dice lets you choose a number 1 through 6. Now, the way you should do it is essentially you want to land on this box every time, because it's going to give you 270 Phantom points. It's going to give you kind of the most rather than all the rest of the board. So whenever you get close to it, use the Phantom dice on that one, so you guarantee that you land on it. So what you want to do is you want to do the Phantom dice first, pick your number, and then press the roll 1 time. Because if you do all 3 dice and then the Phantom dice, it won't count as a 4th dice. They'll just pick it, and then you have no dice to roll. And then when you get more dice, that 4th one that you get, that will be the chosen rolled Phantom dice. So that's the way to do it. Also, as you go around, the more times you go around the board, the more it upgrades each space. So you get more rewards and stuff like that on the board. So goal number 1, try to get these Phantom point boxes to get more Phantom points, to get more more currency to buy more pieces, to complete the board as much as possible to upgrade all these spaces and get more rewards. And then as you see here in the bottom left, you get more dice as you hit these milestones. 210, 420. I'm only at 44. And then you can get more dice there, thus furthering your progress. So in general, this is here for another 12 days, essentially 2 weeks. I've had 2,500. Haven't spent any Phantom points, and I've only had 7 dice. So just doing it daily, the 3 dice, and trying to get the way I explained it, kind of use the board that way, you should be able to hit the 7,000 to 8,000 Phantom points to get at least 1 copy of UR Witch Lilith. And then from there you can decide whether you want to keep going or just stick with the one copy. So that's that. Enjoy it. Go after her if you want her. And then here, we'll just show real quick. Let's double check on the witches. Right here. So yeah, so you got Artifact Elemano, your sisters, and then the witches here. 3. So it is 3. So I only have 1. Therefore, it defaults. And I'm guessing they exchange and they rotate as you use them. So that's that there. Now, back to this. That is Phantom Break Neolith Legend. So we have, like I said earlier, 2 Neolith URs featured now. So there's this one here. This is here for the rest of the week, 6 more days. Regular Neolith Legend event kind of banner. Excuse me. You have the 3 here dailies, the legendaries. You get all this stuff here, and you get your legendary points. Now, when you go to the Glory Store and use these points, you can get treasure islands, which is for the treasure. You can summon for those. You have your 3 different rarities on the SR cards, and then you have all these other materials resources here. Now, you do have 40 summons. These myth analysts are used to do the draws in this Neolith Legend banner. Now, excuse me. As you can see, it does cost 150 Morphites. So for 10, it's going to be 1,500. And if you want to do all 40, you're going to need 6,000. All right, so that's a side note. Keep that in mind. Then you go to Divinity Identification. This is where you actually summon. So as you can see here, the guarantee pity is 150 summons. Ooh, excuse me. I'm real gassy today. Sorry, shipmates. Anyway, 150 guarantee to hit the summons. I'm at 102. This does carry over. So if you have participated in previous Neolith Legend banner, stuff like that, they do carry over. So this is just what I've been carrying over. As you can see here, I only have 4. We're going to go ahead and do the 5 just because we're here. Let's show you guys. I'll do 1. This one, actually, since we're here, let's go ahead and review it. Bam, let's take it off. So basic UR stats right there. All right, so the first skill here. I don't know how to say that. Argterlan harnesses the power of light to man, I'm all over the place. To destroy enemies, dealing Neolithic damage equal to 160% attack to all enemies, so it is full AoE. And inflicting additional stored damage to all enemies. Grants glare to 2 allies with the highest attack for 2 rounds. What is glare? When taking damage from enemies' active attacks. Deals 15% of store damage to 1 random enemy. Triggers up to 3 times per round. So that's what glare does, and the stored energy is explained here in the silver arm, which is the secondary skill. So True King's arrival on the battlefield. The start of odd rounds grants light source to 1 random ally, triggering up to 2 times per battle. What is light source? Increases damage dealt by 15% and records 50% of the damage dealt into Argterlan, which is going to be the stored damage. So 50% of the 15% damage done gets stored, and then on the first skill, it uses that stored damage. So not bad. Interesting Neolith. Essentially just storing up damage as it does this thing, as it attacks throughout your battle, and then it does have the chance of just releasing that as well. So all in all, not too bad. If you don't have any URs, I'd definitely try to go for it. If not, then maybe the next one, because there is another one. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, is it a fragment or is it a whole piece? It's a fragment. Cool. All right, so we're at 107. Moving on. So that's Neolith Legend. So because we're on the Neolith conversation, that's really the only thing in the draws that's featured this week. All this other stuff is really the same. But for Neolith, we have the Bow of Apollo. It's here for 12 days. So it's here for 2 weeks. Let's take a look at this one. As you can see here, UR stats, regular. All right, so golden arrow shoots forth from the hand of the deity, dealing Neolith damage equal to 265% attack to back row enemies. So a little bit more than the gauntlet over there. The hit enemy also gains 1 stack of Oracle Fire. Lasts in 2 rounds. And what is that? Fire. After each attack, the carrier takes continuous damage equal to 100% of the average enemy attack times the number of Oracle Fire stacks. Triggers once per round. If this continuous damage does not reduce HP, the number of stacks increases by 1, up to 4 stacks. When the carrier has 3 stacks, the continuous damage targets all allies of the carrier. This effect cannot be cleansed or ignored. Huh. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So it does 265% damage to the back row enemies, right? So those are usually going to be your lower health units anyway. But this Oracle Fire, because it's very common. I mean, if you've been playing the game, or if you're somewhat mid-level of the game, fighting, doing PvP or just stuff, or even really just taking on bosses in the events, a lot of cases do shields. It's very, very common for, by the end of the first round, your enemy team is pretty much everybody has a shield of some sort. 15%, 20%, 50%, just depending on who they have on the team. But this Oracle Fire is great. It's pretty good, because if they do have that shield up and it does actually take down HP, it increases the stack. And then the stack is only going to, the more stacks, the more damage. And if it hits 3 stacks, it does damage to everybody on the enemy team. Not bad. Let's take the second one. Strings of Light. At the start of odd rounds, applies 1 stack of Oracle Fire to 1 random enemy. So the second skill is just building off the first one, just giving more stacks. Honestly, out of the 2, I would say go for this one. We got 136. I might be able to get it. So, moving on. Patrol-wise, we do have King of the Cage. We have quite a bunch of stuff kind of going on. Some of this stuff will be going away here soon, but King of the Cage and Starry Reveille is here. So King of the Cage, I mentioned before, 3v3 team PvP. Does give out some of the most morphi that I've seen in the game, so participate if you can. Try to get as high as possible. There is a guide in there to show you how many morphi you can get depending on which place you end up towards the end of the 6 days. Anyway, so King of the Cage, participate, get as far as you can. Starry Reveille. This is new. Now, I will try to explain this as best I can, because this is new. I haven't seen this before. It's here for 11 days. So you have the program list. So these are different things in the game that you do: the combat zone, logging on, challenge regression, desperate operation, host purification, all this stuff, right? You do on the daily. You do those, you get these little green tiles, the Lucky Mahjong. Claim all, you get your things, and you move on to the Lucky Stars. This is the little game that's going on here. So, different things going on here. So as you can see here on the main board in the middle, the highlighted ones, the ones that you can see, are the ones that I've gotten so far. And the dark ones that are still grayed out have not been unlocked. You can do one touch, you can do auto draw, where it's just essentially you're just going to randomly pick one. And I'm guessing if you get a row or a full group, you get the reward at the end here on the right side. Not only that, here at the bottom, we'll see. But it seems like once you hit these number of times of Mahjong flips, you get these rewards as well. Not bad rewards. You got summons here. More Nova Elementiums as well as Nova Metals. So that's always good. Star Bloom, not really sure what to use. Oh, for 10 Reveille tickets, gotcha. Ooh, excuse me, the 10 Reveille tickets are up here. You get 20, or I have 20. And then you go back to the Reveille shop, and this is what you can use them for. Oh, what do you know? Mochi is in here. Who else is in here? Oh, okay. Outfit. I believe that's for Mochi. We have Elementiums as well. You have some. Oh, you have goods. You got Gashbon ticket, Neolith summon. Cloud Matrix is good. Different levels, I'm assuming. Yes, you do. Okay. Sorry, I didn't really dive into this because I haven't unlocked it. But here we got Anniversary SSR case selection. Not bad units. More Nova S Elementiums. Outfit selector for those 3. More stuff. And then here on the last one, Biochip. UR Biochip is good. Ooh. UR Advanced Draw selection. That's the one everybody's going to go for. Wow, that's everybody so far. Not entirely. Not bad selection. That's most of the people. And then you have Neolith UR. Out of these 9, the flag. Crazy damage. Best UR, our best Neolith that I have right now. And of course you have the weapons there to select with this. So you have 3 different tiers, 3 different shops. As you get these star wishes accumulated, it'll unlock those for you. And then of course this is another one. So this is Reveille Theater. I hit the first one, which is only 200. Once I hit 200, I got those rewards there. At 50, you get those, and then at 1,000, you get that one. I'm assuming there's another act, so if I get that far, we'll see what it is. And then, of course, you have the procurement list over here. This is just more stuff to buy into. The star blooms. We'll get some star blooms here, so I'll show you guys what that does. So let's do ahead and do this. So there you get that, and then you get some tribute points. Okay. Oh, more fight on that one. Nice. Some more. All right, so we got this one. We're claiming this 5-star bloom, which was that other one. So we're going to go ahead and do auto for the rest of it. Bam, 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 bam. Nice. So we got some more Mahjongs. Not a full row yet, no, but we almost got row 4, group 4. 3 more on that one. That one. All right, so that's what we're aiming for. All right, so that's that. That's how that works. And then, of course, like I said, we have the star bloom. Bam. And then you get, as you can see here, it was quick up to the top right. You get some more tickets and some more star wishes. So we got some more. Bam. So it's, I'm guessing 110 each time. Yep. There we go. And then to the shop. Bam, we unlocked the first one. So 200. Okay, that's not bad. We're at 80. 200 for Mochi. 20 per for each one. So you need what? 200. Okay, decent amount of that's not bad. That's obtainable. That's obtainable because this is here for 11 more days. You'll definitely be able to get that. All right, so we were able to hit the second one. Bam, more outfit voucher. All right, so hey, you know what? Yeah, I think it's very reasonable if you just do the dailies and kind of like do your regular, get all this, come in, do all this. Yeah, I think you'll be able to get at least to the second tier. I don't know about the third tier, that's a lot. But second tier definitely, because this one not bad. Maybe like 6-7 days we'll be able to hit the 10,000, maybe 1,000 on the first day. Okay, not too bad. Anyway, that's Star Reveille. That's a newish patrol going on, so I want to show you guys that. Now, this is the last part. Covered everything else. So this here is Opera Invitation. So same thing. You got dailies here, and it tells you can keep grinding if you want. You can use those. You can get some more stuff. Reset Abyssal Dive, you know, all this good stuff. So as you do those, you gain knowledge. Claim it, and as you gain the knowledge, you see it's at 450, you move along this board. So we started at 0. When you hit 200, you move on to the next one. 300 at 450. I just passed this 400 mark, which I got 10. Guess you can't really bring it up at 10. S Elementiums, we still got 5 Neolith, 5 Living Metal, the Gash Bond, and then at the end at 800, you get this skin. All right, and then that's it. And then this little thing is over. So that's the last of it. And that's it, Shipmates. Oh, hopefully it wasn't too long, but we do have a few new-ish events going on, so I wanted to make sure I fully explain that so you guys know what you're getting into. Now, last thing I was going to cover, or not really cover, but talk about, is the anniversary. So the 2-year anniversary is coming. I believe it's going to be this weekend coming up. I did see it's going to involve a lot of the oath stuff. So like the marriage, the different outfits, that part of the game that they're going to be giving away. A lot of that kind of reward stuff like that. There's going to be another login. Things of that nature. I didn't get to see too much who they're going to be featuring in the draws, if there's going to be any new URs, or if they're going to introduce an MR. Ooh, maybe. We don't know. But that's to come. If you want to get a little bit more deep dive into it, they do have it on their social media pretty much up now. I took a quick glance, didn't want to get too much, but they only have like a few things up for it anyway. So that's about it, shipmates. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I try to keep with this game as much as possible. I know not too many people cover it anymore, and there's not really too much going on in the game other than just the weekly resets, these events, them featuring new units, things like that. So we'll see where it goes. I'll keep putting videos if y'all guys keep watching them and liking them. Other than that, fair winds and following seas, shipmates. Y'all guys have a good one.